right, welcome back. It's time for us to get into the community development segment, and today we're going to go over to the Sujaman area, and there's a community district called Gyakiti, and specifically the challenges that they are facing. Well, there are two of them actually we're going to be looking at. All right, there's going to be road challenges that they have there, and we're going to be getting into those in that report, take a look at that and talk to some people. But before we do that, there is actually something that's, for me, is a little more serious, which is within the community of Gyakiti, a public toilet facility has been built. It's been ready for 3 years. It still hasn't been commissioned for use by the people. Makes no sense to me. We'll take a look at this report. When we come back, we'll talk to relevant persons.
The only public toilet facility in Gyakiti, a local community in the Sujaman district of the Eastern region, has been neglected for over 3 years. Though newly built, the facility has since been awaiting commissioning. According to residents, local authorities have failed to commission the facility, leaving it to deteriorate and in a state of disrepair. The surroundings of the facility are also strewn with litter and waste due to the absence of regular cleaning. The surroundings has also become a site for garbage disposal, further exacerbating the health risks, attracting pests, and creating a breeding ground for disease. For Akosiophobia, a resident in the area, she is forced to attend to nature's call in a polythene bag due to the lack of a public toilet facility.
When we did, your problem be na your best problem higher pa Citi toilet. See, I make a say, me ma me afim. If you no be do what you crack or chroma because of toilet in the now chuchu. And the toilet dear a big problem o chroma. Yes, re abai. Yen su kro ye to aba. Inti yesre aban. So be say yen to aba. No nya ye vote dia toilet die. Say ye wonsu ye be manage ni sa. But toilet die e kwan so nye so nka no mpo yie man kaka na toilet die me man wo mitim ko balai. Na ye mai. Toilet kan wo kroma na wa gbasesa. Aje anajo. Mimi se mba kroma me ko toilet gu robam. Makoto atwene. Her
concerns are not different from what other locals experience. The residents want the assembly to immediately rehabilitate the facility and commission it for use.
We see best 3 years ni. We see 3 years ni. Bro 3 years krampo. Ana we DC yaka onfien. Ena nu ya chikrampo yana kwa sa na so kra uhunu se do kwa anete. Ni nyina esan se aban bia ba bia wode be politics nti wo mo etwan ase okwan ne se na wo ba no wonya anu asem aka se ye ba ye be okwan ama ye be si toilet ama ade a waye wo ha ma ye ne nsuo asa wonya hwe ma ye ne biem ti toilet ne ye ne ma kra mpo na kafra wo no wo yere kra mpo wo kra no bi kra ko hunu ne to kra mpo a eyedin se ade mo toilet ni wa ye koso
menua eno kra nyago am se ye wo ha papa e wo akwamu Gyakiti ya no oha ye wono ande no kra toilet ye ko tiafi a ye koso e wo kromu akra ebi nia wode abeda dan ade niam bi ade toilet bia besia se wo beboa en ama toilet no wo ma bie no toilet ba ko wo ma si awie akase wo be bia no aman ene kra ya chenchire kingu okra okwabra ne botom a e wo cancer ye nsa nka se toilet ye beko ye sora oba akoto ya be ma akoto e wo bush aje se on wo kwati afi menua emuye yaw se wo pa na wo se ne ya make mebu a wontu won ne mehwe akwamu Gyakiti kwan ne won hwe ne toilet ne won hwe ne ya ekoso okrodu mu a education school hu asem wo mra no mra mehwe.
The residents of Gyakiti remain hopeful that their voices will be heard and urgent action will be taken to address the neglect of the toilet facility. Until then, they continue to grapple with the distressing reality of an essential amenity rendered unusable and the consequent implications on their health and quality of life.
All right, so this is the first of the problems that they have in. I mean, I don't understand how we think as a people. Because if this facility is truly ready, okay, why is it not in use? And for people to respond to nature's call using polythene bags. I mean, we've had issues and cases like this in Accra where we've talked about it and we've talked against it and done all kinds of campaigns and everything else. And then 2 hours from here, it's happening. And you have a whole facility. Money was earmarked and spent to build a facility. And someone has decided that we're not opening it. Someone. I don't get it. It's someone's decision to make. And someone's decision to take. Look at this. WCs.
No, for me, I have so many questions.
Yeah.
I have so many questions that I would really love to ask people in charge. And like you said, it's just sad that there's actually a toilet facility, but at the end of the day, it's just sitting down there for 3 years. That's why I said I have so many questions on why it's been sitting there for 3 years. Even sitting there for a year is a problem. Even 6 months, it's a problem. And for 3 years.
Yeah.
And we're the same country that is against open defecation and all that.
Yeah, let's find out from the Busuapenyin who of Gyakiti. He is the Busuapenyin Kofi Obese III. Nana, good morning. Hello?
Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning. Welcome to Breakfast Daily.
Thank you very much.
All right, so please, can you give us a sense of when this project began, when it was completed, and what you know about why it hasn't yet been commissioned?
Right. This project was initiated, began just about 4 years ago.
Okay.
And within a year it was almost completed. But we're basically left to open it to the public. And I think with most facilities that aren't open to the public, they are either used as dump sites or they will be in a state of disrepair after a few months, not even a year.
Yeah.
So in the last 3 years, the facility has been completed, but it's not been commissioned. So I would also encourage and urge most of the authorities to also give fluent water supply to the facility, so at least it could also be cleaned and maintained properly, and also get at least 1 or 2 people who will be maintaining the place, so at least it could be in a very good state. Secondly, I would also encourage, there's a rating system that the AMA just began, I think just about a month ago, that most of the public facilities will also adhere to. So if your rating is too low, they either close or shut down your facility, or then you are not provided with the necessary funding and assistance in that community.
What seems what seems to be the problem? Why has it not been commissioned? What do you know about that?
I mean, it could be a range of many things. I could not point into why this is a problem, but sometimes some people may say it's political, or this is MVP, this is NDC, but nevertheless, this is the needs of the community. So the needs of the community should be paramount before any political party, and that's my stand. And I also think that the communication between the committee to the assembly member, back to the coordinator, all the way up to the district chief executive, to the MP should also be streamlined, so that at least everybody in that developmental chain should be sort of in the know of developments in the area. And then also I'd like to add that the traditional authorities should also stand up and also demand accountability and change the community, because if you look at this gone Easter, there was about 10,000 people coming to Gyakiti. just to enjoy the beach, the lake, very scenic and beautiful village. I was amazed when I went there with so many people coming in. Trust me, all the people that went to the beach side, there was no at least public toilet or at least a mobile toilet for the people to go. So imagine who would have went where and at what time.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Yeah. So I think that the first thing should be good communication, and they should put less of the politics into these are basic amenities that should be in the community.
Yeah. How far away is Gyakiti from Accra? Just give us a sense.
From Akosombo, it's about 18 miles, and then from Akosombo, it's about 18 miles from Akosombo.
Okay.
So that is at Mpoku up to Marine. It's about 18 miles.
Okay. Just to give us a better picture, is it which direction? Is it Juapon direction, Dumasa direction? Which direction is it?
No. So once you go to the Akosombo Dam, you just head straight.
Okay.
So you don't go to there. You don't take the right. You don't cross
the bridge. You don't cross the Adome bridge. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. Fantastic. Thank you very much for speaking to us this
morning. Carry on. Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Right.
Yes, sir.
So we'll definitely have to speak with the authorities there, who are the political authorities there, to find out exactly what's going on here. But there are other challenges as well. There's road challenges, and the residents are also speaking about that. Let's take a look at this report as well, and then we'll call.
Pleasing journey from Gyakiti to Akosombo in the eastern region has turned into a nightmare for motorists and travelers, as the roads along the crucial route have fallen into a deplorable state, demanding immediate attention from the authorities. For road users, particularly drivers, they are now forced to endure a harrowing journey filled with potholes, cracks and uneven surfaces that cause significant damage to vehicles and leading to costly repairs of their cars. Due to the nature of the bad roads, they tell Citi News they are also forced to spend long hours using the stretch.
And a week, right? Remember, yet me cost your better 3 times and 4 times. And say, I can't say, I buy by mine. I'm born by mine. Oh, and say, quite year. Say, quite year, 30 minutes. 1 hour, 30 minutes.
Okay, the road is not all that good. You see, the road is not good. And the road should be known by the Ministry for Roads and Highways. You see, it's not necessary they send some people to come and ask the nature of the road. So the problem of the road should be determined by the government. Yeah, the Minister for Roads and Highways. He have to know the condition of the road. That's my problem. That's my problem. Because if they are coming here, they come with vehicles. They don't come with flight. You understand?
Stretching approximately 30 kilometers north of Akosombo in the eastern region, some opinion leaders in Gyakiti have also decried the neglect in developing their roads.
So many years. Woman your kwan. Trace and okwano dawa abani bi aba no abesom onwie abani bi aba no abesom onwie. Gyakiti kwano. Hai pa.
Aban we ba no be kwan ne kakra no no de agya ho ofoforo take over onso be kakra especially eyeduru abatu so dia and we be yi wo kitikiti as we ye bribi what the machine say begusu a wonya to ababi pepa no agya enti yesra ban say ye nkwan no high nkrofo kan say aha revenue bi ani enye no kure ya sa susu na dam isi Ghana power will use this in Akosombo Dam supply akra no over 40%. It is keba Ghana nyina ya power na deba. Ya ansase nsusu na wo. Ase ye nsuo nyinara. Ase ye ansase nyinara ba bi ekoko farm ni yi. Nsuo be fa ni nyina compensation kura mu ntua ma yen. Compensation kura be sin na mu ntua ma from 1965. If you bo friend say yan kan kwakra mo be ya me ye bia fa so a monti mani hwe ti ye sra ban no ye aban no ye pa de chew.
As the roads continue to deteriorate, residents are hopeful that the government will allocate the necessary funds and resources to rehabilitate the stretch. They stress that a well-maintained and safe road is not just a matter of convenience, but also critical for economic growth and the overall well-being of the communities along the route.
I wonder why Gyakiti to Akusumu Road is still pending. I don't know the reason why, and I don't know the cause of it. Please, I want Nana Akufo-Addo and his team to take care of Gyakiti Akusumu Road. I'm saying this on behalf of the community and the area. Please, Nana Akufo-Addo and his team. I'm saying this once and for all. If there's no road, there's no vote.
Ekwan we da ho enye nde. Da bia aban bia ba wabedadaen. Aban bia ba wabedadaen. No what the graders ni ade abegu kwan so. Inya tu aban wie pe hwem na omko. Enko president wo. Eye Nana Akufo-Addo ana road minister chen se wo pese ye tinte su kokko de kire eye oman Ghana ayeso jaman damusie na asase so ya Gyakiti agina asase so esia entesu kokko enche bia no ye beye bibi amobi ahunia ebe den ebe koso.
All right, so there you have it. Challenges with the road infrastructure as well in Gyakiti. It's you know, there's a reason why we elect leaders, because leadership, there's a lot more that's demanded from leadership, you know, in terms of handling the things that the ordinary people can't handle, you know, by themselves and so on. And so we've been joined on the line by the DC of Esujaman District, Honorable Samuel Kwame Ejekum. Honorable, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, welcome to Breakfast Daily.
Thank you.
All right. So just a couple of things that we want to talk about this morning briefly before you leave us. The first one is the issue of the public toilet facility in Gyakiti. Apparently, it has been ready for over 3 years. It still hasn't been commissioned. What do you know about this?
All right, thank you. In the first place, the facility is not completed. I don't see why it will remain unused if it's been completed. So it has not yet been completed. That's the first thing. Yes, about the toilet. It's not completed.
Why hasn't it been completed?
There are several reasons why.
What? Okay. So first of all, what is left to be completed? What's left?
Okay. The project is to be powered by solar power.
Uh-huh.
So the solar power is yet to be done.
Okay.
So that the water system would be connected with the toilet. That is what is remaining now.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I have a few questions just come to my mind when you say that the solar project is yet to be completed. Is it a matter of funding? Is it a matter of finance?
Let me tell you, the project is being funded by Middleburg Development Authority.
Okay.
In fact, it began when we had the Special Development Initiative Ministry. That's when the project began.
Okay.
And when the ministry was prescribed, everything of theirs were handed over to Middleburg. And so they have now taken over. In fact, it is not only the one at Gyakiti. It's toilet boards throughout the country. It's everywhere. At Sujaman, we have 3. In fact, we have 4 of that toilet. 4, which is still ongoing. That's how I would describe it, because they are all not completed. And yesterday, when you called me, when your lady called me, I told her I come from that town. I was born and bred there. So nobody can claim that he's more concerned about issues of that town than I do. You see? So don't let it look like as if someone is deliberately, relinquishing his or her duty.
Yeah, but what I'm struggling to understand is, so for 3 years, it appears that the project, wherever it has reached, has not made any forward movement for over 3 years. That's problematic.
And that's why I'm telling you that there are several reasons why projects delay. And this one, these toilets are not an exception. And I'm saying that we have 4 of such in Esujaman, but it is throughout the country. Everywhere in Ghana, you will come across this very.
So is there no electricity available within Esujaman? Within Gyakiti itself? Is there no electricity available?
My brother, every project has its, how it was initiated.
Yeah.
And the plan of the project is that it will be powered by
solar. Yes.
And not only the one at Gyakiti. In fact, I have been in touch with the Middle Belt Development Authority. And of course, as I told you, I am myself very much concerned. So by the close of year or early next year, if nothing is done, we would have to use our own revenue, the Assembly's own revenue, to complete it, because I want to commission it before I leave office. So that will be done. That will be done.
So my difficulty is, over time, when projects like this are left, they deteriorate. So by the time you are going to, come back to complete before you commission, you're going to need more money than initially was earmarked. It seems this is the struggle that I'm having at the moment.
Yes. So it's not that's not necessarily the case. You see, if the project is completely abandoned, then you can make that statement. You can make
but there are toilet seats that are broken. We can see it in the footage. Toilet seats are broken, walls are cracked, and so on.
People deliberately went and broke.
Yeah, but it's because it's not in use.
Broken by itself.
No,
the
I'm just.
toilet will not get broken by itself.
No problem. I'm just saying that there's damage to the property because nobody has oversight, nobody is maintaining, nobody is making sure that it's in use, collecting, little dues here and there for the use and the maintenance of the space. Right? Is a building that's sitting there, it's being left to the vagaries of the elements and to whoever will go and do whatever they want there.
Let me tell you, it's a project is done for a community. I believe it also the host on the community to take proper care of it.
Yeah, but you've not handed anything over to the community.
Yeah.
You've not handed anything over to the community.
But definitely, it's going to be for the use of the community, though it's not being handed over. It's going to be for the use of the community. And so it behoves on the community to also to take proper care of it. So if people deliberately go and break
Honorable DC.
You want to blame now?
Honorable DC.
Yeah.
You say you are from Gyakiti.
Yes.
And that you are more concerned about this project than anybody else.
And bred.
Yes. So what are you saying to your people? Because you are saying to them, it's almost as if you're removed from them and it's up to them to be responsible. But you are from there.
If you say
and they are your people.
If you say I'm removed from them, I don't get it.
You say it behooves on the community. That's what you just said. It behooves on the community. So what are you doing in terms of interacting with the community and saying, listen, we'll come and complete this thing as soon as possible. Please take care of it. Send some people to go inside, clean the place, maintain the place. We will come and finish.
My brother.
Yes.
I am saying that, and I maintain that it behoves on the community to take proper care of it, but not to damage it. If it's not been completed, doesn't mean that it should be destroyed. If it's not been completed, that doesn't mean that the project must be destroyed. You see?
So have you spoken to members of the community?
We have an assembly member who is always there. We have unit committee members who are always around there. And they make sure that they are supposed to make sure that the project, the facility is safe.
Well,
if somebody
from the footage we are looking at, the facility is in disrepair. It looks filthy. It's in disrepair. It's clearly some people are going in there to defecate anyway, even though it's not in use. So it's a mess. There are tiles broken. You can see tiles, that are broken off. Some of the walls cracked and so on. I don't know how you feel about this, honestly, because looking at this, it's it's not a good look.
You know that when a contractor is handing over a project, as of now, the project is not even handed over to the government. It is still the responsibility of the contractor. So when the contractor is handing over the project, inspection is conducted, and anything that is wrong with it, it's fixed by the contractor before it is handed over. Do you know that?
I do. I do. Have you? Is the contractor being paid?
I do not think so, because I'm telling you that the funding, the contract was awarded by the Ministry of Social Development Initiative, which has now been handed over to the Middlebelt Development Authority. If the contractor has been paid, it would mean that he has finished his work, but he hadn't, which means that he hasn't been handed over.
So it's also possible that the contractor may be owed a little more than he should be, and so has basically abandoned the project at this point. It's possible.
It is possible, yeah. It is possible. That's why I told you initially. That there are several reasons why projects delay. Several reasons why projects delay, and this is not an exception. Yeah.
Well, quickly before you leave us.
Yeah, Honorable. Obviously, we can see that this has become a problem, and people are now, are now practicing open defecation. So what do you think about that, and how are you going to be managing that? Because obviously open defecation causes problems like diarrhea, dysentery, cholera, and so many diseases.
Do you know what?
What?
When I tell you I'm from that village, and it is not because I'm from the village, because we are putting up projects all over the district. But I know that without a proper toilet facility, there will be open defecation. I know that, and everybody knows that. So it's not me. But I'm saying that because of that, that is why we are making effort to get toilet facilities for all the communities within the district. At Gyakiti, we have 2 projects, and unfortunately, none of them have been completed. You see? So I would describe these toilet facilities as ongoing.
Okay.
Ongoing.
Okay.
Which means that action is being taken to make sure it's completed.
All right. So what actions?
It's unfortunate we've not been able to complete. But once it's been started, it will definitely be completed.
All right.
That will be done before I leave office.
You say once it's been started, it will definitely be completed. But we have examples of even bigger projects than this, including Saglemi, which have been sitting there under different governments and are still not being completed. So it doesn't necessarily, it's not automatic that once it's been started, it will be completed. Give us some timelines, please.
Yeah, we want some timelines, Honorable.
Yes.
You said that projects have been abandoned, and this is not that bigger project. You said projects started under other governments. This was started under the NPP government.
Yes.
It's not started under a different government.
Yes.
So definitely, we will complete.
We have.
If you want timeline.
Yes, timelines, please.
Timeline. I've just repeated several that I am going to make sure it's Middlebelt. I've already told you that I've been in contact with Middlebelt, who are the managers of that project.
Okay.
And I've told you if I wait to by the end of this year, and you've still not done anything about it, I'm going to make sure I use the assembly time to complete it and hand over before I leave office. And I'm leaving office by 7th January 2025. So if you want timeline, this is what
that's your timeline. Okay, fine. Just very quickly, comment on the roads, the Gyakiti town roads, and the state of the roads, because it's something that also your residents are very concerned about.
No, as for Gyakiti town roads, nothing. We don't have any plans for the town road.
Okay.
But it is the main road from Marine, Akotobo Marine, going through Eduma, Gyakiti and Yase.
Yes.
That is what is in contention now.
Okay.
The story about this road is that it was awarded on contract. In fact, it's still on contract. There are about 20 major bridges on the road.
Okay.
And about 15 of them have been completed.
Okay.
The road is tight, and when it rains, some portions are cut.
Yeah.
To the extent that no car moves.
Yeah.
Because the bridges are not good. But now, fortunately, the contractor has been able to complete most of the bridges.
Okay.
What is remaining now is drains, to construct drains, and then fill and tar it.
Okay.
But the contractor has now halted work. In fact, it is not even only the Gyakiti road. In the district, we have other roads similar to that. And it's not that work is not being done.
Yeah.
The contractor has halted work because he's complaining about funding.
Yeah.
So that is where we are now.
All right.
That is where we are now.
All right. Thank you. Thank you for speaking to us.
Thank you
this
so
morning.
much.
All right. So we were
You're
speaking
welcome.
with Honorable Samuel Kwame Ejekum. He is the DCE of Isujaman District, under which, of course, Gyakiti lies as well. And, you know, this particular area, initially I didn't get it, but I actually know the area. I won't say I know the area that well, but I've been through the area a few times, right? When you get to Atimpoko, you head into Akosombo. You get into Akosombo town itself, and you start heading out towards Edubasa, right? Now, all that road, he was talking about the bridges that have been built and all that. I actually went there about a year ago and drove in very terrible weather, you know, and it was like slippy slide kind of thing. And we were building the bridges at that point. At least there were about 4 or 5 that I remember that we were building and had to find, you know, fancy ways of navigating. Yeah, it was a little scary, I have to admit. But yes, so I know the project he's talking about.
Right.
You know, that is built from the marina and Akosombo all the way through upwards towards the peninsula and beyond Peninsula Hotel, you know. So yes, I do. I know the roads he's building, but it's a funding issue.
Yes,
that's
clearly,
what it sounds like. Everything he's saying here is clearly a funding issue.
It's all a funding issue because yes, you get the contractors, they started work, but they just have to stop somehow because obviously they've not been paid.
Yeah.
So yes, it's a funding issue.
But I also think that he just needed to be a little more, you know, realistic about it. There are projects that have started under erstwhile MPP governments that even under this MPP government has still not been completed.
True.
You can't say that because it started under this government to by all means be completed. We have examples.
Yeah.
You know.
And I also feel like
sure.
You don't have to blame the people completely if things are deteriorating or
if
things are being
at all.
stolen or taken away from the uncompleted building. Because he made a comment like, okay, yes, we are building it for you, so you're supposed to take care of it.
Yeah.
And he also, ironically, he also said, okay, but it hasn't been handed out to the government. So it hasn't been handed to the people too.
Yeah. So, and he says, yeah, but you know that eventually it will be for you. No, listen, I mean, leadership is difficult. That's why there are not a lot of people who are appointed into leadership positions, because it's difficult. But once you are appointed, if you're gonna do the job. Otherwise, get out and let somebody else do it. Simple. You know what? Let's take a quick break, okay? When we come back, some more stories on the community development segment.